Everybody, and welcome back to another week of Crack Kills Football. Week 10. We're getting into the stretch run here. Of course, last year we would only had 5 games left. This year, 6 regular season games left. That extra game could be a huge difference. Well, we'll see if it is. Could have the playoffs clinched by week 14 and doesn't even matter. We'll see. Let's take a look at the 5 things to watch for as we head into week 10 of another great season. Quick hit number 1. Reeling Jeans. After a 7-0 start, the Denim have dropped 2 in a row and find themselves out of first place for the first time all season. The Jeans take on Shittown today in a possible get-right game. But Shittown is coming off their first win in a month, and they hope that they can string one and another together and get something going. While Shittown has not seen the Derrick Henry trade go the way they would have liked, they have still held together somewhat and still find themselves right there in the middle of the playoff hunt. A win today for Shittown would put them back in the mix, possibly for a pennant, depending if things don't go the way that some of these upper tier teams want them to. But it's a big game for both teams today. A win for the Jeans would put them firmly back into the conversation for a regular season championship. Well, a win by Shittown would put them back in the conversation for the playoffs. We'll see what happens. Quick hit number 2. Out of the red. With 3 wins in a row, Unfinished's business has clawed back to 5-4 and over 500 and back in the playoff picture. The NFL's touchdown leader, the survivor, James Conner, gets just his second start of the year. 33 points on the bench last week for Conner. Unfinished business, though, it did win last week, so it doesn't sting as much as it might have. But they could be without Kyler Murray today. Again, Murray suffered an ankle injury 2 weeks ago and has not played in the last couple weeks. That's a big one for UB. They overcame it last week. We'll see if they can do it again, though. Falling back to 500 for unfinished business could hurt, but the tiebreak in this one could be even worse with unfinished business. So we'll see if they can get that win or if they're left lamenting 500 record after this week. Quick hit number 3, Kingmaker. King Quon won again last week and has won 4 straight games since their big trade. They added Mark Andrews from Superfly just a couple of weeks ago, along with Christian McCaffrey, who may be back at full strength today. We'll see. McCaffrey was a limited player last week. Quon has been the hottest team in the league, but a closer look at those 4 wins shows a different story. Only one playoff team they beat in that stretch. They have wins over No Comment, Superfly, and the Tinfoil Kings are their other 3 in this stretch. The one playoff win was over Future Cup, the team that they traded with. So an extra motivation, and it's just it's a crapshoot with those cops. So it's a prove it game for King Quon today. If they can get a 5th win, we may be talking about King Quon as a dark horse championship contender. We'll see. Quick hit number 4. Loser out? No Comment and All Business face off today in what could be a loser leaves town game. NC has been possibly the league's most disappointing franchise at 2-7 with 4 straight losses. All Business started at 2-0 but has faltered since and now finds himself at 3-6. An 8th loss would doom NC. I think that would be a game changer, and while they may be out of the playoffs already, an 8th loss would probably make it official. A 7th loss for All Business wouldn't kill them, but the tiebreaker is the very bad thing that they might have to worry about, as these teams only play once this season. So we'll see who can come out on top today in Tacoma. It's a rainy day. We'll see if both teams can overcome that in today's game. Quick hit number 5. On the Lamb. I feel like I use this one every year. The Cons have won 4 in a row, none bigger than last week, and find themselves alone in first place. One of those 4 wins is an amazing 98-98, 1 to -1 tiebreak win just a couple of the weeks ago. The Cons didn't get much out of Dak last week, but they will need him to show up today. On the other hand is Future Cop, who we just talked about a little bit ago, rolling with Dalvin Cook, who they could potentially lose at any second. We're watching that one to see who did what. He said, she said, of course. We'll see if the Cops can keep it together. This one will surely have a hand in the playoffs. Standings, seedings, possibly the playoffs, depending on who wins this one. Fugitives a 5th straight win to get to 9 wins. They probably clinch a playoff spot. So big game today between Fugitives and Cops. Finally, the player to watch today. It's going to be Josh Allen, the quarterback. Last week, awful. -1. He wasn't even the best Josh Allen on the field in last week's game. But The Cops are going to need him today, as Allen has been one of their premier players. If Josh Allen can have a big game today, the Cops probably do too, as so goes Josh Allen, so goes the Cops. It is a statement game for Josh Allen today. We'll see if he can get the job done. That's it for Crack Kills Quick Hits for week number 10. Good luck to everybody this week, except all business.